Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexandria if you're new here. I actually forgot to record a little explanation / intro to this video because what my little project was is already done. But so let me get into the little details and stuff like that. So long story short, my best friend and I have been best friends / what we just say sisters for, oh my goodness, about 17, almost 18 years. She is a wonderful artist. Her name is Alea Landry. And last year, she created her own comic book, you guys. And that comic book is the one that was sitting right here, Fight or Flight. When I say that this is such an amazing, wonderful comic, it is like an understatement. And I promise you guys, I'm not saying this just because she's my sister. I promise you guys. But yes, this is her first comic book. She's been drawing her entire life, and I actually got to read this when she finished it right before she submitted it. Oh yeah, and she submitted it to a little competition for like a little contest. And she won first place, you guys. And I got to read it and see it, of course, right before she submitted it. She sent it to me and I was just mind blown, because this is that kind of comic book and story that everybody gets something from it. It may not be the same thing, but everybody gets something from it. Kind of like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this movie, but it is one of our favorite movies of all time, and it's called Sucker Punch by Zack Snyder. A lot of people didn't like it because they didn't really look further or deeper into that story. This gives me that same kind of energy that you really have to look deeper. And if you do, you will understand this and you will get something wonderful from this. But if you guys are interested in reading this or buying a copy from this, I will go ahead and put her Instagram name right here, so you guys can send her a DM and you can find out how to purchase one of these. Just like the art of this, I'm just gonna show you a little sneak peek, but just like the artwork of this is just insane. And I forgot, I think she did this for the contest. I think she did this in under a month. Yes, I think under a month. Her character's name is Stacy Shershot, which she is right here. She's the main character. And as I kind of explained to you guys in my intro video, I am a doll artist. I love fully restoring dolls, as far as like doing full repaints and reroots and stuff like that. I have been doing repaints for about almost 5 years, I want to say. And I don't know, something about reading her wonderful comic just sparked this idea in me that I wanted to do a one-of-a-kind 11-inch collectible. It's a doll, of course. Her creation, Stacy Shershot. And I have been wanting to make something for her. For this one right here, I was like, I think I can make this because it's not too complicated. Like her little blazer that she has and stuff like that. Here's a photo just to give you like a reference right here. And so I was like, I think I can do that. And she has been wanting a piece of mine to own. And so I thought, what better way than to make her something that would be so meaningful, like her very own first comic creation like this. I want to show you guys kind of like the process that I go through. Unfortunately, I don't have another doll head that's blank to kind of show you guys, so I'm just going to use this one as an example. This is not the Lara mold, but it's just to show you the example. So I really get to see a mold to see if it fits. And so that one, the Lara one that I had, was a little bit tanner, which perfectly fit for Stacy Shershot. And so that was the one I went with. I'm gonna insert some clips of when I was like, you know what? I really want to document this and put it into a little video for her. That little behind the scenes stuff, I'll go ahead and just insert that in this video shortly. It was such a fun little project to do this for my sister, and I feel like she's going to freak out. She's going to love this. I am so excited for her to see this. I'm gonna insert the clips right here of me making her right here. Alrighty, so just like I said right here, I do apologize for the odd angles. I will get a better tripod for future videos, I promise. I was simply working with what I had at the moment, and this was actually filmed before I had my DJI camera. So a lot of these clips were filmed with my old ass iPhone 11 Pro Max on an old tripod. But pretty much what I'm doing right here is I am making a quick, far from perfect photo mock-up. I just got a mouth from a different drawing my sister did of Stacy and placed it over the reference photo that I would be following, just to fully envision if the mold would work or not, because I really wanted to capture those intense eyes with a closed mouth, since unfortunately I cannot remold the doll's actual mouth to have that full-on smirk. But yeah, that's pretty much what I said in this clip, that I think it's gonna work. So just a heads up, a lot of these time-lapse clips will have music playing, so it's not just me yapping. But to start things off right here, I'm finally starting on Stacy's repaint. This being a time-lapse really makes it look like I did it in like 15 minutes or less, but it took me a couple of hours like most of my repaints do. But so to start off, please always make sure that your doll head is fully prepped and set. I like to use Mr. Super Clear Matte. You can find it online and I believe at most hobby stores these days. I find mine at Hobby Lobby now, which is amazing instead of having to order online. But I know that a lot of people like to spray and wait just a few minutes and then go straight into it. But I personally like to spray my doll heads and let them sit for about 24 to 48 hours just so that it really sets in, and I notice by doing so the pencils glide on so much smoother and so much more beautifully, so I highly recommend doing so. But yes, enjoy these little time lapses with some amazing music by my sister Alea. Hi Alea! While I finish up Stacy's repaint, contour, makeup, and adding all of the little extra details. So enjoy!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Freedom 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we are experiencing turbulence. When the seatbelt sign turns on, please be seated. Prepare for takeoff.
To quickly just pop in for a second because I love how this little detail came out. So I actually ended up making miniature little band-aids using actual band-aids. I added that little extra white square thingy in the middle and everything. A part of me does wish that I took photos to really show you guys, but I forgot, sorry. But yeah, I just thought that little detail was super cute and extra, and it really pleased my little perfectionist self.
We are preparing to take off. Please be seated and fasten your seatbelts.
Alright, and this is where I'm gonna stop for tonight.
This is the captain speaking.
Stacy's Sure Shots.
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff.
It is a new day, same sweater, don't judge me, but we are back at it with Stacy's Sure Shot. Today is reroute day, yay! For my non-doll people, rerouting is when you fully scalp the doll and then reroute the hair back onto the doll by hand, one little pinch at a time. Yes, it is as dreadful as it sounds. Also, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize that my phone had unfocused for a few of these clips, but it refocuses shortly. It has begun! If you get the reference, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But we are starting the reroute, and my girl Stacy is giving Cynthia from the Rugrats. But so what I was doing at the beginning of this clip was finding the perfect hair color for the doll, which can be quite tricky with undertones since you can only find so many. Most of the time I end up just mixing some hair hanks and creating my own blends, which I highly recommend. It's so much fun too. But so here I'm giving Stacy her iconic pixie cut, and then just like that, bam, it looks like I did her reroot and her styling in just a few seconds, which is crazy because it took me a couple of hours. But yes, here she is with her little pixie cut and her reroot finished. This is where I am now. Just finished her little haircut. I think it looks good. Alright guys, so it is 2 days later. I actually took Monday and Tuesday off. Yesterday was my birthday, so I didn't feel like doing anything at all. And so last Sunday I went to go get some fabrics for the outfit. All of the colors are here. Here's the gray one as well. My brother taught me this. He got me this little Draculaura, and he has Frankie, and he told me, like, you know, this is a clever idea, easier to access them rather than having to reach into this little box and poking yourself like crazy. Here's the skirt. As you can see, it's a little bit larger, and that is so. Let me just put her arms up. This is the body I'm using for her because I love that she has actual muscle. She's just not like Barbie skinny. So it's of course a little bit bigger since we all know that when you sew, it goes in a little bit, but I made it a little extra big, and it's still too long, just because I prefer for it to be larger than smaller, because I could just cut obviously the fabric off rather than it being too small and then having to start over and everything like that. But for the most part, it's pretty good. That's pretty much it. I need to see how I'm gonna do the blazer because never made a blazer. If you haven't been following my Instagram page with like my doll work, which is Dollhouse Creations, or if you have, I should say, you would know that I am brand new to learning anything to do with this. I have a lot of errors. A lot. I know that this is not a commission or this isn't like a to sell piece, but I really want to get this one for my sister, and I'm just like excited about it. But I'm gonna do a quick time lapse of me just hand sewing this because I don't have a machine. I do everything by hand, which can sometimes be wonky because again, I am fresh to this. I know nothing. So let's get this time lapse going. And if you see me reaching over here, it's because I'm eating an apple with a fork. So alrighty, so right here we're starting to make the patterns for the blazer. I'm just using some extra white cotton fabric I had to trace the doll on top of it, just to kind of get the Barbie shape and to know what I'm working with so I'm not completely lost. Then I just pin it to the doll and make sure that the shape and everything matches before making any final cuts. Now this part right here, I promise I've never seen anybody else do, but if you have, awesome, because I love it. I had the idea to trace the fabric patterns onto a sheet of, I believe it's called Project Foam, but that helped me so much. I love that it keeps its shape. You don't need to pin it to the final fabric and risk damaging it and all that kind of mess. I just lightly traced the foam pattern onto the final fabric with a white pencil and then cut the fabrics out, and that's it. I really found this useful and time-saving, and I wanted to share this tip in case if you wanted to try it out, and also if you were wondering what that black material was that I was cutting out. So these next few time-lapse clips are pretty much me sewing the blazer all together, shaping the collar and gluing it down, and fixing any mistakes I may have made along the way. Like right here, I'm correcting a major mistake I made because I accidentally cut out one of the patterns the opposite way, which I was supposed to mirror beforehand, and I completely forgot. So I just corrected and remade that pattern right there. Also, once again, these time lapses are like magic. It makes everything look so fast and easy, but your girl was struggling, man. But okay, let's finish up this blazer, so cue the music, Lele. It is the next day. Today we are working on Stacy's neck scarf, which was a forking pain in my booty because, as you can see, I could not for the life of me figure out the god dang shape of it. Thankfully, I had a spare mini pink neck bandana from the Barbie movie Cowgirl dolls, so I just traced that bandana and it was a lifesaver. I glued it all together and it came out pretty great. Now moving on to painting on the custom print my sister came up with for that dark side of the blazer. I just mixed up some black and white acrylic paints to create that perfect in-between gray shade and started painting away. I let that fully dry for a few hours, came back, and with a white pencil I lightly marked down where each one of her buttons needed to be glued on, and then applied those bad boys, popped on her hands, which I did paint off camera. Then I retouched them because I missed a few spots, cleaned up my workstation, and I called it a night. So hasta mañana, mis amigos. And just like that, good morning again. Right here, I'm just admiring my work, and it's not to give myself the big head. I was just so proud of how it came out because I've never made anything like this. So again, just very, very happy with how it turned out. But I'm just adding the last touches to the doll, like adding her belt buckle, her earrings, coloring her silver buttons on her blazer to gold, and just little touches like that. So enjoy these last few clips of me finishing up Stacy Sure Shot. As if there wasn't enough proof that I have the best sister in the world. She texted me and she said, "Have you checked your mail today?" And I right away said, "What is this woman up to now?" What is in this? And this is what I'm talking about when I say that she will send me random stuff in the mail. We just talked about the week before how I miss drawing because I used to draw a lot and then I just kind of stopped, and I just told her like, I miss it, I want to get back into it. And what does this girl do? She sends me an entire art box, you guys, with the good stuff, not some cheap stuff, the good stuff. And on top of that, she sent me a drawing that she did of me. Yes, the actual drawing, not a print. The drawing itself. Oh gosh, look at it. Oh gosh, look at it. Perfection. Oh, I love it so much. That is my sister right there. That is my girl. That is my sister. I love you, sis. But yes, now on to the doll reveal. Now to the present. Here is Stacy Sure Shot. Okay, and here's a reference again. And here's the other reference. And here's the doll, you guys. She's right here. Look at the detail. And I wanted to incorporate all of these lines that she put on her face for shadow or like damage and stuff like that. All of that. I put all of that in there, including her little band-aids on her face. I hand drew all of the little details and her little shoes. I don't know. I am just so freaking happy how she came out. She looks so badass. I hope you love it, sis, okay? Look at how sick. goodness. I probably seem like I'm overreacting and I'm really not. I'm just so happy how it came out. I've been wanting to make something for her for a very long time, and finishing this and just seeing how it came out, to me it just feels so perfect and fitting. And that's why you see this little theme going on of Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn right here, and in her comic book and the drawing, is because for years and years, even before they became so extremely popular, I've always called her Ivy and she's always called me Harls. And so it's just fitting that I have my little Ivy shirt on. I cannot wait for her to receive this and for you to see it, sis. I cannot wait. I'm going to go ahead and stop this little video here, and I will insert the clip of me putting the box together. Alrighty, my crafty friends. So I printed these out yesterday, and my husband helped me cut them inside of the printing shop, only because we don't have an X-Acto knife to be able to get some precise lines. So it was a tricky little machine, but I wanted his help because I did not want to ruin these. But they look really good. Let's assemble this box first. Don't mind the light box behind me, but it is the next day. I am actually just going to pretty much box the doll for my sister and then show you guys how she looks. So I'm gonna do that really quick. I really do hope that she loves this. I am going to try to get this shipped out as soon as possible. And I'm going to go ahead and insert the clip of her reaction, and I'll talk to you guys in a few days. Say bye, Stacy.
Prepare for takeoff.
Almost home. The package is there, so let's see her reaction now. I hope you like it.
Let's see. Nah, man. All I see is a leg, and I don't even want to.
Pull it out.
Hold on.
My heart is racing.
What? Oh, what? Oh, shoot.
My heart is literally pounding.
What was the stupid meme, Vince McMahon that,
Oh, no. Stop.
cut it. What? Hold on, man. Wow. Hold on. The lump is right there.
Yeah.
So, like, move out the way so I can say what I need to say. Because it's just so funny. Didn't I just text you that the copyright? This is crazy. Fight or flight as a. Oh wait. Oh my gosh. I just saw the bottom. Hold on. This is crazy. Y'all don't understand. I mean, the face, like everything.
I recorded the entire thing of making her, so I can make a little video about it, and to help promote, of course, your fight or flight. And
Yes.
in that video, of course, when I'm talking about it, I wanted to put all of the detail that you put on her face. So of course I had like my iPod as a reference with her photo.
Eyes is what's like, whoa, the hair, I mean everything. Everything.
And then even the print on her jacket, I had to hand paint it since it doesn't exist, of course.
Yeah.
I had to color her buttons gold.
It's like I want to take her out the box, but I don't.
I know.
Man. Y'all. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this at all. You got me with this one. I was not.
I know.
Wow. I'm going to have to write about this. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And it was funny because around the time I was working on her was when you kept saying, man, I want to own something of yours, like a piece from it. And whenever I did Rhea, I was literally working on her. And I was like, if only she knew.
You just over there doing stuff and not telling me. Strike 3. You just, y'all. All right. Now, see, this made me want to continue the world for sure of this. Whatever shape, form, or fashion it takes. Like, now I gotta. Wow. All right. Because I'm going to keep staring at it and forget you on your own phone. Okay.
I'll turn off the camera now.
Please.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy our flight on Freedom 2024.
But alrighty guys, that is it for today's video. I just wanted to kindly ask again if you guys could please leave me a like, if you can subscribe to my channel. That's it for today, you guys. Thank you so much. I truly, truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you watching. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Very good, very good. Toodles.